I suppose we can talk about this. It's not exactly that controversial. Kind of a what if scenario that I've seen a couple people talking about in YouTube shorts. Basically, if all guys disappeared from the world and all girls disappeared from the world, I'd like to get your thoughts on what would happen in those scenarios.
I can. I don't know for sure on it, to be perfectly honest. Well, if women are gone, well, there goes like 90% of the jobs, considering they're not going to go in the sewers and clean all that stuff.
Wait, if women are gone or women are staying behind?
Yeah, wait, sorry. If women stay behind, then a good chunk of jobs is kind of shut down because they're not going to be cut dead going on an oil rig and stuff like that. This isn't meant to be offensive to any actual women who would go down and do that, of course, because you're a champ if you do that.
I've been in those kinds of jobs, and I've seen women actually go down there, just not as many as there are guys.
Yes. Like, the society would not collapse within 5 minutes. It's just that it would take a probably nasty hit. Mind you, if all women disappeared from the planet, men would be fucked as well.
Well, yeah, just in a different way.
Exactly. Well, yes, more differently than usual.
I've seen a lot of people say, like, oh, no, if women all disappeared from the earth, then men would all just die because there's no doctors anymore. Well, I mean, yes, but actually no. Because, like, yeah, women actually, funny thing, women actually make up majority, I think almost 75% of doctors, but the doctors that keep you alive, which are, what are they called? Anesthesiologists.
Yes.
Basically the doctors you see on a daily basis to make sure you don't die.
Yes.
Those are 80% guys. Which is kind of like, it's kind of funny, you know. It's completely flip-flopped in that one small corner of the market.
Weirdly.
Yeah, I guess it is rather odd, isn't it?
You think more women would jump at the job? What's my job qualifications? You go in there, you say, hey, "Are you dead yet?" If they aren't, you're good. If they are, we have a problem.
Well, I mean, it's not just that. Like, anesthesiologists also do like surgery to make sure you don't die as well.
Fair enough.
So, like, brain surgery too.
I'm mostly being facetious. Oh, great, Dr. Strange was an anesthesiologist.
Oh, actually, you know what? It's a funny, interesting fact. Did you know that majority, like the field that women occupy the most in terms of medical, is actually childbirth, obstetricians.
But men can be women. I don't understand what you mean.
Hey. I'm just saying.
You're being very offensive to the pregnant people.
Yeah. I'm just saying, let's not try to get too controversial.
Fine, we're already getting canceled for this.
I don't think we're getting canceled. It's just like an interesting what if topic. It's
Anyway.
like, I mean, like, yeah, if all men disappeared from the planet, then women would definitely have a harder time trying to pick up the pieces. But I think at the end of the day, they'd still survive because there's the one thing, women can still have babies.
Yes, because we have sperm banks.
Yeah, and men, there's no real way for them to actually deal with that sort of thing.
No, because the women have they have a card in their deck that they can always play, even if the fact that men we can't reproduce alone.
Yeah, men cannot make kids, but women can. That's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
and that's why we're boned. If we was ever down to
No, I'm not like, no, for real. Like, here's the thing. I think that just means that, technically speaking, motherhood is probably the most important job that a woman can ever do.
Yes.
Like being real.
Yes. And we're not trying to stereotype women to be like, oh, you can only ever be a mother. No, of course not. No, it's just a very important job.
In my personal opinion, it is the most important one because think about this. It's something that no one else can do. It's like a high skilled job that's like
that takes low effort to have.
There's high skilled jobs that certain people can do. Only certain people can do because they've trained for it for years and years and years. in a sense, women have trained their entire lives to be able to become
What's
mothers.
funny is that's a high skill job that takes low effort to do. Because what do you have to do to become a mother? Be born female technically.
I mean, let's be fair. Women don't exactly have it easy.
No,
I guess,
no,
but nobody has it easy.
No one has it easy. No.
Yeah, definitely nobody has it easy. Because there's struggles. There's a problem though. There's struggles that both men and women do have.
Yes.
But I think one of the major issues is that neither one can really communicate well with the other one.
No, not at all. There's a reason why we still haven't solved the stereotypes of men arguing with women.
Right. And here's the thing: it's just they think a different way, and when men do something and women do something, the other one doesn't really understand why because their mindsets are just different.
Never forget, one of the first stories of the Bible is a miscommunication in the Garden of Eden. Eat this apple. Okay, I won't ask any questions. Get out.
I think it's a little bit more simplistic than it actually was.
It's incredibly simplistic, but do you really want me to read the entire Bible?
I mean, sure.
Okay, in the beginning, no. In the beginning, there was nothing, then God created the universe. The universe has widely considered this a bad move. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
In all honesty, just a random side note, I kind of wonder what the Dragon Ball Z Bible would look like. In the beginning, King Kai created the universe.
But that was created by Whis before him, and Zeno before him, and Grankai before him. It just goes on and on and on. How many gods are in this book? What is this, Greek mythology?
I mean, it might as well be.
There's a god for everything.
And they're all equally a screwball.
Yeah, they're all wacky.
Yep, except Zeno, until we find out later that he is still just the lesser.
Yeah, right. Oy.
But, getting off that topic, but, wait, what were we talking about?
We were talking about men and women.
Yeah, basically, here, like, an example I guess I could give about something that, like, guys do that girls don't quite understand is... Oh, shoot, I can't really think of an example off the top of my head because it never really... You don't really think about it unless it comes up.
Yeah. Which is a shame.
Well, I mean...
Women can give childbirth. They have the represent men, but I like to think that if men were the only things left on Earth, we would put like our eggs in the basket of cloning. We would go go down fighting.
Yeah, true. We'd probably fail because I mean it's very difficult to actually pull that sort of thing off.
Yes, women have a sperm bank, so they could go on for as long as they need to. Whereas men, we have a ticking clock. Yeah.
Kind of like essentially the opposite of kind of how it normally is.
More or less.
Yep. But I don't know. There's a lot of Reddit posts about like asking like, oh yeah, you know what? Here's the thing. A lot of times guys have absolutely no idea that a girl is flirting with them. They're completely dense.
Yes.
This is an absolute fact, and every guy and girl is probably going to agree with me if they ever watch this. But for real, even I back then in the day, I did not get the signs. A girl straight up walked up to me, told me she missed me, and then hugged me around the neck very tightly, and I still didn't get that was flirting. Listen, girls, the thing you need to do, guys, thing you need to know about guys is that we're really, really, really dense.
You could probably punch us in the face and be like, where did that truck come from?
Yes. So here's the thing, how it works with guys, there's only one way to actually get a guy to to tell a guy, like to let a guy know that you actually like him, and that's just to straight up tell him.
And even then, your results may vary.
No, like I think if you just straight up said I like you, he'll be like, oh wait, really?
Oh, thanks.
And he'll probably question for a second. But in all likelihood,
like as a friend,
Yeah, he'll probably question it like that. But in all honesty, if you're not like super ugly, which I mean, I know a lot of girls think they are, but they're really not, at least to guys.
Yeah.
If you're not like super uber ugly, he's probably going to be so blown back by the idea that you're actually talking to him and you're actually saying these exact words to him, because it's literally never happened to him before in his life. He'll probably just say yes on the spot.
Will you marry me? Yes.
I mean, I think I know for a fact I would. If that was the case, I would.
Yeah. And then all of our female viewers will just run to your location. All 0 of them.
All 0 of the female viewers, because
we can get to 1 million subscribers and there'll still somehow be no women.
They're all going to be.
Not even any click the episode by accident.
See, all the girls are going to be going over to their the women that are giving them dating advice. They're going to be going to the women that give them dating advice instead of the guys.
Yes, because women know how men think better than men know how men think.
I mean, I think, yeah, I've spent literal years of my life self-reflecting. Even when I was like 10 years old, I would actually self-reflect how and why I do things. Like
why am I the way that I am?
No, like I don't know. When I was younger, I was just a little bit more, I guess, in my head.
I get that. I think I was as well, but I don't.
I mean, I was like the introvert of all introverts.
Yes.
But there was a problem. See, I have extrovert tendencies, so whenever I wanted to talk with someone, I would go completely nuts if I was not in a public area, to the point where they were just like, "Shut up!"
Oh, great.
I'm like, but I got all this information in my head and I gotta spew it out.
I gotta put this upon someone, so I choose you.
I choose you, random person who is probably named Jacob.
And me who was named Tim.
Oh, you who is named Kyle.
Anyway.
Yeah, I don't know.
Is there anything else?
Yeah, but I don't know. Like, I've spent a long time self-reflecting, and I finally understand exactly where guys are coming from when they pretty much interact with all girls. Yes. They are completely oblivious and unaware of exactly every single thing in the room.
They're only thinking of one thing. Oh God, am I doing something wrong?
I don't think they're thinking that. I think what they're thinking is... I think a lot of guys... Go ahead.
That's what I'm thinking at the time when I'm with my girlfriend. It just occasionally be like, oh God, what am I doing wrong here? I don't know. Maybe that's me. Maybe I'm too self-conscious, I guess would be the word.
I suppose. I really don't think that there's a whole lot you could ever really, like, you do wrong, specifically. I mean, that's just my experience anyways. I'm sure there's something else that you got going on.
Probably, but anyway.
But yeah, I mean, like, as for myself, what was going on was just the show I saw last night. And I was really completely oblivious and unaware of everything else in the room. And it really, really came to my detriment because I didn't understand social interactions like that. Like, I understand. Here's the thing. Guys can understand a lot of social interactions with other guys.
Yes.
Typically. Like, because most of our communication is just grunting. But we can still say usually just one word, and the other one immediately knows what the other one is trying to say.
Yeah.
And I think I'm not going to try to, because I'm not actually a girl, obviously. But I think for women, I think it's the opposite. I think they say a lot when they mean a little. Because at least in my experience, they say a bunch of stuff, which, I mean, I understand why.
Yes.
Like, because like my mom, when she would always talk, she had to be very, very clear with everyone, at least with us guys.
Yes.
Because, you know, you had to make sure that we understood everything that she was trying to say.
Yes. The problem is that you say so much, eventually you start zoning out.
Well, guys do.
Yes, and we're guys, so we would zone out.
Right. So I did a few. You know, to be fair, I actually learned a few tips on listening. If you ever actually want to listen to someone, I'm not even kidding. This is a little tip that will actually not only make it give the appearance of you listening, but will actually improve your ability to listen. All you need to do, if someone is talking to you, make eye contact with them for 5 seconds, look away for a second, for 1 second, at something else in the room, and then look back to them and maintain another 5 seconds of eye contact. I'm not even kidding. Repeat this process. Your listening skills will go through the roof.
Interesting strategy.
I'm not kidding. It's a little technique I learned a while back from a psychologist, and yeah, it really worked. It helped me to pay attention completely.
Interesting. I might try that sometime.
Yeah, and it also helps you improve your focus as well, which is something that a lot of guys really need to work on.
I'm sorry, you just said something I wasn't focusing.
Yeah, I see what you did there.